package I've been hanging out for. Mate, this is phenomenal. You are not going to believe how lightweight these are. And they're interchangeable. Got cracking open my axle nuts. And then once you've done your axles, put in your tyre levers. Then that little sucker. And then that little sucker. So once you've used the spanners to undo your axle bolts, put your lever in, crack it down. The other one upside down next to it, crack it down. Push up. Put your little gadget on there, this little sucker here. And use that as leverage. Crack it down and pops off the bead. And a full set of super lightweight. Freaking amazing. That's half my toolkit. That's it. Happy days. I'm so happy. I'm wrapped. I love shit like this. Who doesn't love great tools? Alright, let's go get my tool bag and get half that shit out of there. It's my tactical bag. Those in exchange for just those. Stoked. And that, oh, I've just got to do a weight difference. All right, Saturday. It's wet outside. So time to play. Oh, I love that. It turned out mint. All right, so let's keep going. Pull out the bag of tricks and carry on. Normally I like the Fuchs Silkaline, but can't get it. That'll do. 1040. High flow filter. New Zeta magnetic drain plug. And my new filter cover. Tougher, stronger than the factory one, which I've previously cracked on the 250. These are all the things I have to fit. My bar riser adapters, which will fit into the gap of the factory ones. And adapt the ProTaper CR Mids, the pillow tops, new Zeta pivot levers, Ego Bark Busters, and Ram mount 3-inch mirrors. Alright. So we're butted up against there. 2 screws to get this off. Still connected with the wires. Now there's just 1 and 2 screws, and that whole assembly will come off. Put fittings back in and just sit the screws back in so I don't lose it and I know where everything goes. So I don't want to yank on those to get that off, so I'm just going to take these 4 bolts off and the handlebars will slide off. Before I remove them, I'm just going to take note of the angle of the bar. I'll always be able to adjust that afterwards, but I'll get it close. So it's pretty upright, very upright. first. Right, now to put my risers in there. Bit of Loctite on them. Take the grip off. Well, that one's twisted over, eh?
It's just got to go there.
Nice. Beautiful. Okay. Thank you, darling. Alright, get that grip off. Here, where I thought that they should be sitting, but obviously I'm going to have to adjust those. Just gently knit those up evenly. Some say do it from the back first and then the front, but on one of the blogs, somebody's gone to the ProTaper site and did the hard work anyway. And yeah, evenly gaps front and back, which I tend to agree. So yeah, that's nice for now. Alright, now I've got to just cut the ends off my pillow tops because I'm using the bark busters, and I've got to cut the end off my throttle tube as well so I can get the bark buster on into the pillow tops. Alright, carry on. Just a very fine blade hacksaw, gently, as close to the edge as I could. Now just tidy this up, make it all nice and smooth. Almost identical length. ProTaper goes fatter through the guts and bends at the same angle. That's good, but that's metal and that's weak. It's shit. That locates into there. I'm not going to worry about doing that. I don't want to drill a hole in these new bars. So I'm actually just going to take this little plate off, tap that out, and then put some insulation tape like I did last time. Can't go wrong. Smaller one in the top, large one in the bottom. Let's do that. So the little lump that they had, the locating lug, to locate the housing onto the handlebar. I've just ground it down using the grinding wheel, just ground it down because it interfered with it closing properly. Reassemble this loosely, electrical connectors out, and put a dot on the one that I know goes at the front. And so I'll just connect all of this for now. Undid that bolt, got the new Zeta one in. I've put grease in the shaft in there and a little Loctite on where that joins on. Now I'm just going to put the clutch cable back on in here, and we are good to put this one back on. Then I'll adjust it for feel as well as the test ride. Yeah, that's going to look so good. But you know, the true value of the pivot levers won't matter anyway, because once the bark busters are on, they're not going to bend back, but they're just short and they're light and they feel good. And they look good. most importantly. So a lot of adjustments to be done after I've test ridden it. And I've adjusted that in because I want the lever closer to the handlebars. I've only got little girly hands. And then I got to test it standing up, whether or not this is too high up and my wrist is going to be, you know, on too much of an angle like that. You want the levers down a bit more so that it's just comfortable and you're not straining your hand. Beautiful, that all looks good. Might just put one RAM mount mirror on this side for now. Start off with, yay. Comes with the ball, the little, I got the 3-inch arms, went for the shorty. And the mirrors, the last mirror you'll ever buy. I hope so. Let's hope that works. Bit of a rough finish. Oh, it's gonna get rougher. Easy when you're riding to undo, flip it in, lock it up, flip it out. Yeah, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Decent sized mirror too. But yeah, just the finish is a bit rough. I'm just going to put my brake lever on, the Zeta pivot lever. This lever was easy. Pulled these apart, put the grease in them and did the Loctite on them. And that's just one bolt with the nut. And I'll just connect the wires again for now. But yeah, that's a good fit. Good fit. And I've adjusted this to bring the lever closer to the handlebar. Great. Gone. Yay. All right, so this grip, I've just pushed it on and it's not going anywhere, but I will wire these up. Got that RAM on and temporarily put that back on. I might have to actually ride out to ProTaper and see whether or not they can replace these other lines with these fittings as well. So might just go ahead and nip everything up for now. Quick release, easy to move, and not going to interfere with all the anchor points. So I'm just going to put, he shortened that rock strap for me. So that's on that end. I put this one on that side. And I'll show you my quick release seat. Yay! Goes in there, through there, and that goes in the handlebar. That bolts onto the bar. Find the natural position where it sits nice. So that's all loose, that's all loose. And I'll just knit this up. Once I find the right position where it's going to protect my levers round about there. Right, nip it up. It's all clear. So all these fittings are just loose so it can naturally find its position where it wants to sit comfortable. of play, not interfering at all. And they still look straight. Yeah, that'll work. Yeehaw. I just want to ride. Even though UAS is a good battery and it's brand new, it's 120 cold cranking amps and a lot bigger than the SSB Powersport, which is 195 cold cranking amps. So I've put that in there. I've cut the sides of the plastics out to allow the cables to go in without chafing. I've put a bit of rubber on the inside there to stop it from rubbing against these wires. And big difference in lieu of not being able to get a lithium thanks to COVID. So I just need to get something to wedge in here just in case it jumps up and down over the bumps. Perfect. My little extra jumper lead cables if I ever need them. Yeehaw! Time to swap the OEM for a Zeta with a magnet. Literally pull these out of the air box. Just had a quick look at this. So this is what I'm waiting for, the air filter for Unithorder to make their filter, because I don't like the factory ones, because you just really can't clean them. But look how deep the snorkel goes in there. So I'm actually going to right now cut that out, and these are a pain in the ass, the screws that they put into plastic. So when I get a spare second, I'm actually going to drill them out and put the metal threads in there and put threaded bolts, because I do my air filters heaps. But anyway, so here's how the quick release seat works. There we go, one-handed. Oh, I love it. I'm just going to pull that out and then just cut the underside off straight away. Yeah, that is so restrictive. Don't know if you can see that, how deep it is in there. Okay. Needs to breathe. Oh, that's better. In fact, I should just leave the whole lot out altogether. Look at that. So much more room for the air to flow around. Wicked. Let's see if I can work out a way to adapt that so I can slide down to the dirt, up for the highway. Down to the dirt. Alright. to engineering. Those sit in there like that and then they slide up and down, but there's only a certain angle that can go. And Kenny said, why don't you just screw those straight into the side of the headlight? And I've just pulled the headlight surround bolt out, and they're identical threads. So, might be able to engineer something where that just goes in the existing thread. Let's try it. Okay, this is looking promising. So I reckon I need to bend these so I can get the angle better, because that's as far down as I can angle. The ball is stopping it from going any further. So I reckon if I did a 45-degree bend here, it would close the gap here and still allow me to slide it up and down. So that'll, yeah, it's about a 45. So if I bend those on a 45 up here without snapping them, that'll bring it flush into here. And then using these, I can just slide it down so it's shorter, or up higher for highway speeds. Definitely on something. Definitely on something. Thanks, Kenny. That's going to work. But I don't think, these are just cheap Chinese. I don't think they're going to be strong enough. So I might even, epoxy resin them or araldite them in, or just, and make sure that the ball is actually firmly attached to the fitting. And at 56 bucks, I think it was, mate, I can have a couple of spares compared to my $350 SWN Super Dual screen. Wicked. Well, let's try. Stoked. Thanks for the handy tip, Kenny. That's freaking cool. That is cool. And adjust up or down for highways. Highways and dirt. Stoked. Great day playing.